Okay, everybody, welcome back for another episode of Master of Command. Today we're going to be fighting this encamped army, and then the HQ has mobilized. They're coming after us, so we're going to do this battle, see how we handle them. We're probably going to go have to pick the manpower option, just because I imagine we'll take more than 2,000 casualties, and we want to try to replenish as many of those as possible. So let's go ahead and do this battle. Let's see what we're up against. Grenadier à cheval. Grenadiers, a bunch of veteran fusiliers. Oh, some Irish. So these guys aren't going to be good at shooting, but they are going to be dangerous if they try to charge into me. There's fusiliers and royal recruits. Okay, it's kind of like their easy brigade. They've got some cavalry that we need to keep an eye out for. And then they've got some artillery. All right, well, let's go ahead and get in there then. All right, we're back, we're loaded in, and we are moving up. So they have what seems to be a pretty strong formation. They've got fairly good shooting units over here. I mean, actually, their accuracy isn't that good, but these are among their better shooting units. And then they've got their Irish over here. What's kind of funny is that the Irish actually have really good accuracy, and they typically don't. Anyway, the Irish are more well known for their melee capabilities, so we're keeping our Highland foot here in the middle. I'm also keeping two cavalry units, our provincial cavalry and some dragoons over here to help support. But the majority of our dragoons are going to be over here, and we're going to try to break through on this side of the line where they just have some fusiliers, they have some royal recruits. I think these units are going to get rolled up fairly quickly, and this part of the line is going to be tougher, so that's why I have a lot more of our veteran units over here. They've got some Irish grenadiers that are just flying. Jeez. Yeah, they have a lot of things that make them move faster between the half-gators, musicians, and this treatise. So let's go ahead and start warming up to deal with them. Maybe I can even bring the cavalry up and we can try to take them out early if they overextend a little bit more. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention, and these guys march through the trees, march through this little forest here, so they're going to be really slow. But we're going to make sure that we're getting ready to get around the flank and get into them. Have you guys run into position, and same here. Yeah, let's start spreading out here, and you guys spread out, and they'll get another volley off, and then I'll probably charge in. Get your shot. Okay. Now let's actually have our foot turn around this way because there are grenadiers à cheval over here. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Help out our foot. And then these guys are coming into range, so let's start bringing these guys forward. Same here. You guys can actually run into position. Let's bring our cavalry back. Awesome, they shattered. Bring the Highlanders over here a little bit more. Bring you guys up. Yeah. Oh, we're actually getting shot. Okay. And let's just send you guys into a charge. Let's keep the Dragoons coming around. These guys seem to want a fight, so let's bring the fight to them. Here, you can turn this way and come over here. Let's get you guys charging into them. Let's bring these two over here. Start pressuring those Fusiliers. Island Foot is way overextended. Let's pull them back. You guys were supposed to charge. And then let's charge you in here. Let's get you going. And let's start making our way towards the artillery. Okay, all cavalry, come here. Let's get the Highlanders spread out just in case. General, come over here. Let's run. Let's run. We need to keep an eye on that cavalry. Okay, let's start moving forward here. Now let's get you guys moving forward. Oh, supply train is back here. I was like, what unit do I have back there? I don't know why you're taking so much damage. Pull these Dragoons over here. I'm gonna start moving all of you guys forward. And you're totally out of ammunition. What if we move both Highlanders down here, and then we let the Dragoons finish off these Fusiliers, and then go after the artillery? Let's let you fire. pull you back just a little bit. Charge in. Dragoons, come over here. See if you guys will get a shot off. Yes, you will. Nice. Unfortunately, my attention has been very distracted. I've been kind of all over the place. To have you pull back. Shoot if you can. Okay. Okay, no one is shattered, so that's good. Definitely need to bring you guys over. Let's pull back a little bit here. How did you run out of ammunition? I guess you gave it to them, and they just retreated. Okay. Yeah, let's get these dragoons back. At least Hussar's gonna come back, doesn't look like it. Okay. Definitely a little messy there. There was a lot going on. I need to rethink my use of the dragoons, and if it's getting a little too micro-intensive, having all those dragoons on the offensive like that. Yeah, let's take the casualty restoration. Let's sell things for more. I like that. Let's try to upgrade our fire brigade. Reload speed is good, but accuracy is better. Okay, we did get some emplacements here, that's good. We got some really good cylindrical ramrods. And you could actually upgrade into foot guards, but I don't want that right now. Maybe when we go into Act 3. Not at this moment. Becoming a dragoon would be good for you. So we'll go with the dragoons here. Yeah, we actually got some really good items out of that. We can give you a Hussar Saber. Generally better. And then we've got an excellent lance. We can switch that out. We don't need this artillery treatise. Probably don't need this Hussar Saber. And I don't think I need the Cuirassier sword either. Normal riding boots, probably not. Let's go ahead and let's work our way down here. We'll see the HQ's way over there. Oh, there's a patrol. That's kind of fascinating. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some upgrading then, while we're just here. I'll give you really good ramrods. Let's see. You've got a tow worm. I could just give you a good gun pick or a good tompion. And then maybe instead of this, we give you some earthworks. Instead of the shoes, let's give you this. What else do we have? You have a shepherd's axe that I could probably give to somebody. Maybe we'll give it to you. Let's see, I have these blankets. I really do need to get them better melee weapons. Let's give you this excellent blanket. I'll upgrade you and give you a normal blanket. Reload and move speed. This could actually be really good on one of our moon units. Here, why don't I give you that? I hate it when I do this. Okay, take that instead. You can have that. And I'll give you a picture, and you can have a tow worm. And I really want to get these cartridge boxes onto our units because it feels like they are just bleeding ammunition. If we upgrade these cartridge boxes that everyone has right now, and then get them some... I think we need to get some more cartridge boxes. We're always running out of ammunition, and it's hurting us in these battles. Okay. In any case, I think this is good enough for now. So let's go ahead and fight this patrol army. We'll be right back. Alright, we're loaded in and ready to fight this patrol army. We're just going to get everyone set up in position. To me, it seems like... well, honestly, this side of their line might be a little bit stronger because this is where they've got the veteran fusiliers. But that is also where I'm stacking my Highland Foot and my cavalry so that we can just go ahead and charge down this part of the line. It's also where I'm putting my wounded veteran foot units, just because they probably won't be fighting as long on this flank as we will over here. We also have some wounded dragoon units that we're going to be putting in reserve here. Highland Grenadiers also kind of a little messed up after that last fight, so they're also going to be in reserve. Only used to countercharge. But let's go ahead and start spreading our men out here. I'm gonna move you guys over here. I'm gonna move the Highland Foot down over here. We're going to start spreading out here. Let's run for a bit here, just to make sure that we've got enough time to get up on this hill, get into position. And I'll let these guys run for a little bit as well. Supply wagon is on its way, it's just deathly slow. Okay. Let's start to move our dragoons out a little bit more. We're going to start trying to bring them around. On foot, we're going to put over here. I am a little concerned by how many units they're kind of stacking up over here. I might move these guys down a little bit more to address that. Spread out our grenadiers some. I don't want them shooting for right now. Same with these Highlanders. Don't shoot. And let's swing the Highlanders out this way. Seems as if they're wanting to hold a defensive position. Seems that way. So let's go ahead and move a little bit here. Bring the general over here, help with those morale problems. And let's see if we can't get the interest of these Fusiliers. And get them to turn towards us, and then let the Highlanders go in. Yep, they are a little provoked. Get our Highlanders positioned. We'll have these guys move up because they're just gonna get swept by my guys. See if we can get them to turn to face our Royal Horse Guards. Looks like that's a no. Okay. How are we doing over here? Looks like they haven't quite come in yet. That's good. Okay. Good job, Highland Foot. Let's start advancing towards the next problems. We'll send our dragoons to go deal with that artillery. Okay, let's get you running. See what happens here. Let's pull the Grenadiers over a little bit. Make sure they don't come back. Have you take them out. What's going on over here? Hey, good job, Foot. Come back, Dragoons. You guys charge into them. I feel like, okay, I was like, I feel like we're missing a Dragoon unit over here. Let's get formed up over here. Looks like these guys are getting a little close. Bring you guys around over here. You guys are all doing great things, I guess. Bye for now. Pull our supply wagon back, and then let's countercharge in there. Let's open fire. Beautiful. Let's get you guys moving. Let's hit these guys from the rear. And we should be done. Alright, I'd say that was a pretty good outcome. Let's... I am going to take the ammunition, just because I don't know what the ammunition situation is like in this town that we're coming up on. Okay, melee. Oh, this is pretty good. Less melee damage received and extra stamina. I like that. This we can sell. This greatcoat would be excellent on our guys here. Maybe we get rid of. Maybe we take off like the canteen. Give him that. You guys could use. Probably could use a canteen. Maybe instead of the beer, I'll give you that. Light socket bayonet. Is anyone just using a rusty old bayonet still? No, nobody is. But we might need it if we get more units, so I'll just hold on to it for now. Let's go ahead and come over here to Farnham. And, okay, they did have ammunition here. Just go ahead and buy up some. I could get a British foot guard unit. But I really wanted to have another unit. They've also got some really good muskets here. Okay. Yeah, let's try to cash in on some of this stuff that we have. Let's definitely buy that. And probably the Neustadt, I'm thinking. Potsdam is also fairly decent. Yeah, let's just buy those two for now. Here, instead of this Delft, I'll give you a Neustadt. Better in like almost every regard. And then let's give you the Jönköping. And you can have this good Tula. And then I do want to buy this British Foot Guard unit. And I'll give them a good Delft. And they can have this. And sure, some tea. And they can reload and move faster. Maybe we just give them that. And then let's give them this engineer. I know these aren't really like the best items for them. We'll get them figured out later. Is there anything I can sell off to get this Potsdam? I think there is. You have a lot of haversacks. I could just sell off those haversacks. Horseshoes I don't value very highly. Same with riding boots and the sturdy shoes. So we could just do that and then buy that Potsdam. We can get rid of one of our land pattern. I keep thinking Lee Enfield land pattern. Then got some quality Bibles here. Why don't you take a better Bible? And let's also put this on our Highland Foot. It's a little bit better than the Tula. You, I could upgrade. Where is the enemy HQ? Okay, so they haven't really moved all that far. The question is, would I have enough time to replenish, come fight this encamped army, and then be able to fight the HQ army? I don't know. I don't know. Why don't we just take a peek at other items here? Oh, let's equip our Potsdam. There. And now everyone's got fairly decent musket and or rifle. I'd probably rather you have the Potsdam than that Delft musket. This is a decent treatise. The bagpipers would be really good for our Highlanders. Could get some buck and ball for our dragoons. A lot of potential here, but. I really would like to get this other encamped army under our belt before fighting the HQ. So maybe we stroll over here, drill for a day or two, see where we're at, see where the HQ is at, and see if this is possible. I don't know, the HQ is coming pretty fast. Maybe that's not going to be doable. Just come over here and see. We drill. Yeah, they're like right there. I don't feel good about doing this and then having a wounded army and then having to fight them. So maybe we just try to resolve some of these encounters. Let's bet big. Cool. Okay. Let's see what we're up against. Royal Scot Fusiliers, Irish Grenadiers, some French veteran artillery, Royal Cavalry. Definitely nothing to sneeze at there. They're going to be tough. Don't want to get caught out by these guys. Some artillery. Okay. Here, let's give you the breastplate instead. And then this great coat, perhaps we give it to one of our Fusiliers. This guy. And then I could get one more upgrade if I find like a 150 unit or 150 taller upgrade. Just kind of looking and trying to think about who would I want to put another upgrade on. Yeah, I'm good with giving you an upgrade and giving you the the ammunition. Okay. Let's then go ahead and get into battle. Alright, we're all deployed and getting ready to move into position. We're going to be holding a defensive line starting on this hill, running along this fence, the woods, the fence over here, the hedges, and then on our rightmost flank we're going to have our new foot guard unit over here. They have deployed their Royal Scots Fusiliers over here. These guys are pretty dangerous. We're going to try to knock them out as soon as possible with our Dragoons and with our Highland Grenadiers. And we're going to try to roll down this side of the army. This is their more dangerous side, so we have our more elite units over here in support. We really need to keep an eye out on this cavalry, because they are going to mess up our day if we get caught flat-footed by them. So I've spaced out. We've got 2 Dragoon units in reserve here, ready to react as needed, and then we've got our Highland Foot supporting as well for any charges that we see. Go ahead and move our Highland Grenadiers out a little bit more. And then let's start setting up here. The enemy probably is going to be able to move into the town, but we're going to be charging into their flank soon, so I feel like it's not too bad to allow them control of the town temporarily. We also have a reserve unit of foot here that can fill in any gaps that we have in the line. I also might need them to hold a position over here in case the cavalry moves in. Oh shucks. I'm kind of not sure why, but man, that was a brutal volley. I thought that they would try to attack my foot guards, and they didn't. That's okay, we'll just try to knock them out. Yeah, let's pull back our Grenadiers and our Dragoons for a moment. Try to let these Fusiliers take other bait. Supply wagon needs to move up, as does our general. This cavalry is looking awfully suspicious, so we're going to react to them. And then we're going to get our Highlanders charging into these guys. Let's not let them get off another volley. Let's hit them first. Not sure what's going on here, but we're gonna stop it, whatever it is. And we're gonna have you swing around this way. Everything's looking okay over here for now. Might have these guys run into position. Okay, good job. They still have some cavalry over here, but not a whole lot. Start bringing you guys forward. Not sure what's going on there. Turn a little bit more here. And let's have our Highlanders here, ready to hit these guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and charge in. And let's see if we can charge into them from the rear and do a lot of damage. Okay, so even if you charge in from the rear, you eat a ton of charge damage there. They're gonna get shot, and then I'm gonna have them fall back. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys into reserve now. It's like the... oh my gosh. Run you guys into position. Let's get you guys advancing. And I think that these 3 units can handle 1 French Royal Cavalry unit. Okay, they seem like they were decently braced, so I'm happy with that. Okay, good job, guys. Let's get spread out again. Okay, nice. We got there just in time to help them out. Pull back our Highlanders. You guys are pretty messed up. Let's pull you back. You guys are fairly messed up. Let's bring you back. You guys can start moving up. And let's start knocking out that artillery. Okay, nice. They're done for. You can move forward this way. Actually, just try to charge into them. They're gonna mess you up. You take too long. Okay, nice. get them. Goons are in position. These guys have just a basic Charleville outrages a good Soul. Oh, wow, that's kind of fascinating. Okay, all in all, not too bad. That could have been a lot nastier. We got some really good loot out of it. We're good on manpower. I'll probably take the money and ammunition. And let's go ahead and upgrade all those units that we were holding back on. Ooh, I do like the idea of doing a ton of morale damage with our cavalry. And things that we can sell, that. Let's upgrade you into Highland Grenadiers. Let's upgrade you into Veteran Foot. You can become Foot Guard. And you can be Foot Guard as well. I think that was everyone who had an upgrade waiting. Excellent. T. To you. Here, take the good tea. Yeah, let's sell that. Excellent Soul. For you. That means we can definitely sell off, let's do that. Let's definitely sell off these land patterns. We don't need them since we have good muskets in reserve. Probably don't even need these Tulas. We can probably sell those off. Ooh, a good socket bayonet. Yeah, let's give it to you. All right. Yeah, let's get these emplacements sorted. Definitely want to be reducing the damage that we're taking. Here, you can have that. And then you can take those wooded stakes. You can have a nice blanket. Let's get you a blanket, and then I give you, yeah, morale and just take. Oh my gosh, we already have it. I could give him haversack. For now. Okay. Okay, I like this for right now. Let's hold on to the rest of our money to go and buy like some excellent items for our guys. I already get extra loot, right? From pillaging and winning battles? But I could get more. It is kind of tempting. Casualty restoration isn't bad. Yeah, maybe we just go pillager again and like maximize the loot that we're collecting. Oh, cool, horse grenadier guards. Secure 4 encampments, 5 convoys. Yeah, let's do that. These are pretty neat. And we'll be staying in England, protecting Wales. I don't know how, it seems like we got pushed back after our previous campaign, but because let's see, we started off, what, here in Hanover? And then, what, I don't know, there was like a French invasion of England, and we got pushed back to Wales. Yeah, let's do that. That seems interesting. Scorched Earth. Okay, so if we do the 4 encampments, we'll have our 20th unit. Where are the encampments? Looks like there's... Okay, so if we go south, we could easily get this one, this one, this one, and then probably circle back and do this one. And encampments... Sorry, we just looked at encampments. Convoys... Convoys seem to be a little bit more difficult. Oh, you hate to see this. Okay, so we could get this one, and we'd be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if we circle south and we go boom, 1 convoy, 1 encampment, 2 encampment, 3 encampment, come around here, 2 convoy, 3 convoy, 4 encampments, 4 convoy, 5 convoy. I think that's the loop that we are going to need to do in order to hit all of our objectives. But we also don't necessarily need to get the Night Marches Doctrine. The campaign movement speed is good, but it's also going to reduce our stamina, so it's not like we need to have it. I would love to be able to do this, but we don't need it. And I don't want to spend time like waiting around here. I think we want to get on the move and start working on getting the encampments done. Okay. So we did get some really good weapons here. Let's sort you out. Our Royal Horse Guards can use this excellent heavy saber. And then our good socket bayonets. 8 and 8, 6 and 8, 10 and 6. Maybe we hand you off to them. And let's just give you a normal socket bayonet. We now have all these light bayonets that we can sell. And we don't need that. I'll keep the good Dragoon sword just for now, for when we get the Horse Grenadier Guards. I didn't see what weapon they came with, but we'll keep this for them, just in case. And I think we'll probably end up stopping this episode when we run across a patrol army or something. Got some really good items in here. Cavalry pistols would probably be useful for our dragoons. Really good rations. Grenades could be kind of interesting to use. Also these cartridge boxes. Okay, first things first, let's definitely buy that. We're not going to sell items here. Let's buy this. And probably the heavy jackets. Yeah, definitely the heavy jackets. Maybe I should have held out for excellent heavy jackets, but oh well. Here, let's switch that out for this. And then over here, let's get rid of your veterancy gain. That is important, but let's give you the good one, and then you can just have that. We'll give you the excellent. You can have the good, and we'll switch that as well. Here, maybe we give you the veterancy gain so you can hurry up and hit Highland Grenadier. We have this normal T that I think we can sell off, but not here, because the reduced cost, reduced item sale cost is what I'm trying to say. Cavalry weapons, okay. So we have to make a choice between cavalry pistol or the cavalry lance. Which I'm good with, like, our dragoon guards and our horse guards having, like, lances. And then our dragoons could have cavalry pistols. But I think the Excellent T is a better option to go for at this time. Excellent T or tobacco. Okay, let's give you the good tea, and you can have the excellent tea. And then you can have better tea. Then we can probably sell that off. I'll sell these. And then I think we raid this town. Maybe buy up some manpower and raid it. Okay. And a patrol army came up and found us. They've got a bunch of Swiss units, a bunch of Irish units, and then some French cavalry. So we'll go ahead and stop the episode here. Our army is mostly replenished. Highland Grenadier is not quite there, and these dragoons need a little bit more time, but we're mostly replenished, mostly ready to fight. So we'll go ahead and do this next time. Thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you're enjoying the content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.